One second. How you guys doing today? Hey Lava, how you doing? I might as well show you what I just completed today. Look, I actually completed the extra room, like, and as you can see, oh my, you can't unfreeze my PS4? Yep. Alright. Just gonna try and I'm not gonna start on the harbor yet, but at least I have the footnotes of where it'll be begin soon. Just baby steps here when it's a single man operation most of the time. Right now I've been working on getting rid of that over there. I gotta complete these walls here. Alright, just need to go grab some chiseled stone brick and let's get started. Alright, that's great. I've been looking forward to doing another stream for REDSEACRAFT for at least a few days. Might as well show you what it looks like from the wall. Thanks, Lava. You're a good friend, buddy. Alright. But, as you can see, I was working on it this morning, just trying to get it done before today's stream. I didn't want something that looked bad. At least it looks very nice, right? Of course, when I build something, I'm more like inclined to be afraid if people won't like or understand the build. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, alright, if I like it, I'm building it for, you have to build it for yourself, otherwise you won't be able to get anything done because you'll always be afraid of what if your fans don't like it. Yeah. Just like, of course I'm building it for myself, and in the process it looks good. Just need to figure out gonna have to correct some of these details later. I actually removed all the dirt. You noticed there was dirt on that last time? It's all gone now. I removed it today. Yep, the dirt had to go because its purpose was fulfilled. Like, the dirt, its purpose was a good scaffolding for me. Oh, I practically forgot that I had to put chests here. Alright, but at least I got chests on the other levels. Alright, this is actually the first time that this completed building is actually being seen on stream. So it's pretty good. You could not summon the Farlander? Maybe he's smarter than we think. But as you can see, like, I'm just doing this, just showing off this, what you've already seen, Lava, because people who watch this later will actually see this and be like, wow. The largest storehouse to the south of my build. I'm going to have to detail this mountain now, or remove the mountain entirely. I mean, remove the top of the mountain. And actually replace it with some dirt. Fun times. Now I gotta get back to work. Just had to make it daylight. Now I'm gonna get to work on this wall right here. So, Lava, how's school been for you today? Oh, I didn't know that. You had, like, I didn't know, I honestly do not know when spring break begins for you guys at all. Oh, you're good then. Oh, I know why what. Is he just, shy? Hmm. That is true, Lava. That is very true. Yeah, and I almost bit my tongue there. Almost, I mean, I lose track of what happens outside in the real world sometimes. Yeah, but hey, Lava, it's good for you to be here. It's just the last stream I did only got like how many? It did not get the exposure I needed to justify me doing the stream. So it's good that you're here, buddy. Yeah. Let's not talk about that subject while we're doing the stream, alright, buddy? Just nowadays, working very hard on this build, and just it's hard to concentrate when you have issues. Alright, I gotta go get more stone brick. This mountain will be gone within the next 3 to 5 days if I work really hard at it. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, Lava, I understand perfectly. Like, I would stream, like, it was 13, last time I checked, the Red Dead Redemption Part 4 stream only had 14 views, and I'm like, okay. It's actually either I have no choice but to cancel the Red Dead Redemption single player streams because they're just not getting the views to justify the time I put into them. That happens. Alright. Okay, Tristan's horse. I need you over here so you don't accidentally fall. Alright, the horse will stay right there. Since he's not on my server, I think it's okay if I use his horse. Man, the bat's not happy I disturbed its home. The taller the wall is, the more materials are needed to build a wall. You notice these walls are different than the ones on the other side. They're actually 2 blocks. They're actually 2 blocks wide instead of the traditional 3. Actually, it's 4 blocks wide because I take into account of the side walls. Eventually, I have to go back to base to get resupplied. And sometimes I actually wait patiently for people to speak to me, so I actually have a subject which to talk about while I'm doing my stream. Sometimes that's good. That's good for when I'm not sure what to say. All right, buddy. It's okay. I gotta get my bed a lot closer so I can just make it daylight as many times as I need. this is just working very hard here and making sure everything gets built. Might need to go down there later, so I'm going to temporarily put scaffolding there. Just a little tired. Need more stone brick. I'm heading back to base to get me some stone brick, if anybody's watching and curious. Hey LJS, welcome to the stream, buddy. How's it been? It's been a while, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Hey LJS, it's good for you to be here. Just I've been wanting to show you what I've been doing on this session for a while. Might as well, because I just got some materials I can use to continue. Doing great. I've been doing fantastic. It's just, I was a bit, I was sick last week. I managed to do one stream, but I was feeling horrible during part 4 of Red Dead Redemption 2 stream, and I was like this. Okay, I need to either, take a break for the weekend and try to recover, or do it while being sick, which wouldn't be good. Yep. And did you watch that video I made yesterday? That video, basically, I was just helping a friend source vehicles, and he just attacked us for no reason. And of course, he asked for a war. He got a war. Right? Yeah, one second, I'm trying to run over there. I just planted trees today. Look, it's rapidly becoming a forest. At least when I start building the city, I'll have all the wood I'll ever need. I understand. Sometimes people don't have time to watch something. Don't worry, I was having fun, and if you had watched all the way, that's when I actually start saying funny stuff while we're fighting them. Like, I'm like this, as I'm running to my tank so I can actually kick his bum, I'm like this. Oh, the wolves have come home. Let's go. Yeah, it's actually awesome. But what do you think of that over there? Check that out. That is the largest storehouse in the South. Yeah, but check that out. What do you think of that over there? That's my new storehouse. Like, I needed a place to store any iron or coal I find. Now that I've actually grown big enough that it's becoming a little bit of a hassle to move stuff back and forth. Yeah. And this took me 3 days to build. And this was when I was sick too. I was actually sitting down. I was too sick to talk during the stream, but I could still work a little bit. Like, I had an extreme headache and I was very sick, but I was able to get a lot of this done. I needed something here. Yeah, thank you very much, LJS, for being concerned. Yep. And as you can see here, just very expensive building. Like, had to use up a lot of materials to make this building what it is. I actually finished this building off this morning. Like, I had to get it done before the stream. Just give me a second, I gotta get to the bed. Also, I was working on this. ALJS, do you remember a part of the stream where I actually showed you guys an empty void? Like, what was a part of the ocean, but I ended up taking out a lot of it. And I put stone brick over it instead of doing something with it. But let's just say I actually have a way to get there now. without disrupting my pillared hall. Look at this. We are on the ocean bed of the ocean. Yeah, look at this. We're actually on the ocean bed. Up above is the ocean. I actually built this tunnel. Like, I actually was going down for 10 seconds at a time, putting stone brick down one after another until it was finished. And as you can see, look at this. This is underneath the pillared hall. Check this out. Look how huge it is. The pillared hall is just above us right here. Once part of the ocean, but now I'm going to transform it into something. Yeah. Now it's all about just trying to find the time to build down here. It's expensive, but at least I have this tunnel to get there. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out. Sometimes I start a project LJS without knowing what I want to accomplish. All I know is that there's potential here, but I need to figure that out. I'm gonna put stairs here eventually, don't worry. Just right now I've been very busy. And I plan to build a harbor right here. I removed the dirt, and you notice the remains of that tramway are gone right now. And of course, at least I built it like this. Feels absolutely great to see some of my ideas come to fruition. Any questions, LJS? Yep. He's just lucky that I'm not going to destroy his home. I'm leaving some of the ocean alone. Yes, I did manage to get a lot of sleep, and basically, I think what happened was a week ago on Monday, it was like really chilly. Like me and my dad had to go somewhere south of our house, at least 45 minutes away, for at least 8 hours last week, but it was like 25 degrees, but the wind made it feel like it was 15 degrees. And probably it was so cold that it got me sick. And for more than 4 days, I was actually sleeping all day just to recover. On Wednesday, I was like this. I came out, I was like this. I mean, this was last week. I came out, and I was like, oh, I got a stream to do today. But I can't, I don't have the strength to do it. And I was like, okay, rather than them seeing me as a dried up husk, I'd be like, okay, I'm just going to go back to bed. Probably they'd be happy. if I actually get well before I commit to streams again. Correct? Yep. Just, I must be scaring you with how much is being accomplished on this session server so far since you first subscribed to me. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, LJS. You're a good audience member. Like, I'm actually thinking, LJS, would you be fine if I didn't feel like streaming a certain day? Would you be fine with me uploading a pre-recorded video instead? Like, that's when I need to have. That's when I'm actually a little too tired to do a stream, but I can still do a pre-recorded video. It just want to know of your opinion of that. How many months is it till you can change your name back to LJS, buddy? I do remember it was 3 months last time you told me. Yeah, thank you very much. Like, I'm not a machine. I am human. but of course, I do try to build as much as possible here. Just trying to think. Alright. Once I finish this build, where should I go from here? Like, as far as I can tell, just trying to finish the build in the south. That's the hard part. Once I finish the north, then I can really focus on just finishing the detailing of the pillars, and then get right to work on the city itself. Yep. Thank you for understanding, because I just don't want to be like, I do get that sense of guilt when I don't give you guys a stream. You notice how much of the mountain's been taken out? I just made sure that a lot of it was taken out just so production is never slowed. Yeah, thank you, LJS. It's not that, I mean, think of it like this, LJS. Sometimes I want to stream. I want to stream so badly, but when I can't, I can't. Like, like, while I was on the trip, I was thinking, okay, alright, I'm not streaming, but I decided to get back to work on just building the server. I brought the PS4 along, but there was no internet at the site. Yesterday I went to, the day before yesterday, I went to where my dad was working, 40 miles to the south, due to the whole don't speak about it until the show is open. I have to keep my mouth shut on what the business is. You know, where you're actually trying to keep where they want to keep the person we're working for wants to keep his secrets until opening day. Yeah. It was getting a bit, where I did stream at least 3 months straight. So, to the point where I was having trouble getting to sleep. So, because I was thinking about what am I going to do for tomorrow's stream? But at least I have an understanding people watching my channel. Thank you. Like, I have great plans for this build, but it's just taking a long time to build. That's all. I might as well check what's in here, like what materials are in here. Never leave materials on the counter. Always grab them if you see them. Yeah, I know. I've been very curious at that, but I try to go live. Like, I try to do everything live because I'm like, I understand perfectly that some people, there are some people that just want to stream pre-recorded videos instead of actually streaming themselves in real time, like I'm doing here. Like, I'm trying to keep everything authentic and, of course, to the point where you guys can relate to me as a radical human being. And of course, I get to talk to you guys in real time. That's a plus. Yeah, sometimes I don't like messing up either. Just don't worry. I'm gonna try and do more streams, but I'm gonna try and do pre-recorded videos as well. Just to make sure, if I can't do a stream on a particular day, that's when I'll just upload a pre-recorded video. Oh, Marvel or DC? You mean DC Comics and Marvel? I'm not really a fan of either. I mean, I like both. Is it a crime to like both? Like, I like Batman. I like Superman. But I don't watch their movies. I stopped watching superhero movies a long time ago. The last movie I watched of the Marvel Universe movies was Thor. I stopped watching superhero movies after that. And then there was DC. The last movie I watched from the DC universe was The Dark Knight. Yeah. But think of it like this. I just felt like the plots were becoming too similar from each other, to the point where I decided I don't want to waste my time watching popcorn flicks anymore. Alright, but I've been avoiding watching anything from the Marvel Universe for a long time because I'm like this. I've been watching new movies. I've been watching older movies that came out in the 1970s, 80s, early 2000s. Those ones actually at least had an original plot. My opinion is superhero movies, they're all the same. Like, it just gets to the point where it's all the same. Like, I'm not saying they're bad. I never said they were bad. I'm just saying that I'm somebody who has a long memory, and I can compare movies to other movies. So it gets kind of a... If you like... here, I like discerning opinions. If you like the Avengers Infinity War, you're awesome. Yeah, like, I'm gonna summarize a superhero movie in its barest essentials. Bad guy appears, causes havoc. Superhero appears, defeats villain, end credits. Yeah, it's just, you know that villain's gonna be defeated by the end of the movie. You know it. So, what's the point of watching the movie? That's where I'm getting at. But just don't worry. Sometimes, if a movie tries to do something original, I will watch it. Sorry, I don't join parties when I do streams. Sadly, some of these people don't get the memo. Yeah. Yeah, but it's not because I hate these movies. Like, I think deep down I know they're very well done movies. I decided I want to actually watch movies that actually challenge my mind. Like I like movies that are very intelligent, like movies where the fundamental questions of humanity are asked. Or no, not exactly. I'm more about the movies that where you actually have to guess the ending, where it doesn't give you all the answers. You have to decide what happened for yourself. Yeah, I know that. I like superhero movies. I liked the original Spider-Man that came out in the early 2000s. That was very well done. Like, I liked, but of course, I loved the X-Men. Very well done. Just... I just I watched movies like Dark City. Dark City, The Crow. The Crow. What other movies? I got The Crow and Shawshank Redemption and Stephen King's Storm of the Century, Stephen King's Rose Red. Good stuff. Like, I'm more of a horror movie fan. I'm more of a thriller. A thriller movie fan. Like, I like stuff that's close to scary, but not that scary. That's why I like survival horror games a lot. So, as soon as Halloween rolls around, you're going to actually see me playing a lot of horror games during that month. What do you think of that, LJS? Like, my favorite horror games include Resident Evil 2. The original. I haven't played the new one yet. The original that came out in 1998. Just sadly, there's just some people that don't like survival horror, and I'm like this. Those people need to have their head examined. Yeah. Honestly, my favorite, I like horror, alright. The reason why I like horror games so much is mainly because it actually, I like atmospheric games where you don't know what's in the darkness. That's what truly scares people. It's your imagination that'll scare you the most, because fear is fear of the unknown. What is there? Is it dangerous? Will it eat me? Will it capture me? Something like that. Yeah. But I'm just gonna say this to your friend, to some of your friends that might be, let's say, fear-phobic, sort of, where they're afraid of being scared. I know that's what you said, LJS, but what do you think of this? To some of your friends that don't like experiencing fear, you have to tell them, without fear, how are you supposed to develop the will to survive? Because fear can strengthen us. Because being brave is doing what you're afraid to do. There is no courage without fear. That's what I like about horror games. Like, without courage, you wouldn't have the will to fight evil. That's the one thing I don't like about some of these superhero flicks, is that these heroes don't experience fear that much, like a real person would. Yeah. I'm saying horror is good mainly because it's within the movie or the game or the book. I'd rather experience real fear within a book rather than in real life. But yeah, that's what I do. Like, sometimes, alright, I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes when my parents parents and sister go on a long trip, like last year they went to, I think it was Massachusetts. No, it was Kansas. I don't know. I don't remember. But they went somewhere and I was alone. I was caretaker of the house for 2 weeks. And I was the only one in the house. And let's just say we live in the countryside. As in I don't live in the city where there's constant noise. At night, our house is as quiet as a grave. Like, I keep my PS4 or music player on all day, and then once it's time for bed, I have to turn off everything before I go to bed, and then I turn it off, and for 5 minutes I listen to the still silence of the house. I hear the creaking of the floorboards, even though nobody's there. I call out and I say, "Who's there?" No answer. You start getting paranoid, so I end up closing all the blinds to the windows because I'm afraid. Because it's not that I'm afraid of the darkness outside, I'm afraid of what's in the darkness. That's the scary thing. But, of course, when I look at windows at night, I look at windows at night when I'm alone in the house. Sometimes I have this image in my head of somebody actually watching me from the window. Or something. What do you think of that? Does that make you paranoid? Of course, watching Ghost Adventures does not help when you're trying to get the fear out of your head while you're alone in the house. That's what I did once. I had trouble sleeping that night. Yeah. Yeah. The fear is what really drives us toward survival. And I'm looking forward to playing some horror games for my channel in September. It'll be completely dominated by horror games. Because I'm a big fan of horror games, and of course, I feel great. This is episode 41 of REDSEACRAFT, and it feels great having gotten to episode 41. Of course, we can experience fear in all shapes and forms. You know that? Like, it could be fearing that you might get some angry people on your stream while you're streaming because the unpredictability of the audience. That can scare me. Yeah. It's YouTube. They have power over the site, and I don't get it why. It would be nice if they would consult the people who actually watch YouTube before they change it, right? Yeah. But what did you think of my telling you about one time I was in the house? Like, I'm just saying that when you look at the windows that are dark outside, you're afraid of what's looking at you. Like, you can't see what's out there unless you put a light out there. But of course, you're afraid of turning on the light when it's dark because you're afraid that somebody is on the porch. It's a very fun thing, but of course sometimes the fun thing is actually intentionally turning off all the lights in the house and standing in one place for 1 hour. I'm ignoring you, Scott Rules YT, because I'm busy with my channel. If you want to talk to me, go to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I forgot to turn off notifications before starting the stream. Sorry about that. We are. Yep. What's the scariest thing you've ever faced, LJS? Like, it doesn't have to be a horror movie. It doesn't have to be a video game. It just needs to be something. Like, sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes I'm afraid of big, large crowds. Like, being inside a crowd and people you don't know, that's scary. Of course, I could also be afraid of talking to people I don't know and actually have trouble saying stuff to them until I get to know them a little better. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I've had those moments too. Like you end up experiencing fear from a young age, but some people assume that if you experience fear, it'll make you into um, I think they call them neurotic. But of course, I'm like, but fear is a way of saving you, as in, like, it's the fear of the punishment if you do something illegal. Those who don't feel the punishment end up doing the crime, something like that. And then they wonder why they're in prison. You didn't fear the punishment. Now you have to deal with 30 years of prison time. Something like that. Fear the punishment, and you will be a good citizen that doesn't go to prison. Because honestly, if it were up to me, I would make prison so horrible that nobody would ever want to go there. That way, there'd be no crime. Like, basically, I wouldn't allow them to exercise at all. Keep them weak. Because the original, there was a prison in Philadelphia that operated from 1830 to 1970. It was called Eastern State Penitentiary. This place was mandatory solitary confinement for the rest of your sentence. I mean, for the entire sentence. All you had was a Bible, a bed, and a toilet. What do you think of that? Now that's something to fear. Not being able to talk to people. And of course, if you were caught talking to somebody in this prison, you were actually strapped to a chair called the screaming chair for days without food or water as punishment. What do you think? It's not because they wanted to be cruel, because they were trying to instill in you punishment for your crime. Like, you murdered somebody, you got what you deserve. Something like that. Yeah, I don't get it either. But then when prisons got more quote unquote babyish, baby, where we actually have prisoners actually receiving better health care than citizens outside of prison, and we have people that are, these people are allowed to watch television, and these people are allowed to exercise in the exercise yard. I'm like, this doesn't seem like punishment. It seems like you just sent them to a crime encouragement club. I'm just saying that, sorry, I just had to bring up a prison subject. Sorry if that was getting uncomfortable. Like prison is should be about punishment, not being a daycare for criminals. All right. Honestly, to me, I don't want to go to prison, so I fear prison. I don't want to go there. Thus, I don't want to do any crimes. So, basically, fear can be anything. Like, fear. Basically, in the 1400s, do you know what your fate was if you stole something in the Arab world? In the Arab world, for example, if you stole something, your hand was chopped off. Yeah. Your hand was chopped off if you stole. In medieval Saudi Arabian areas. Alright, so why would you steal if you know you could potentially lose a hand? I just don't get it myself. But honestly, I would never want to be one of those prisoners that had to be put to the rack in 14th century England. You know, the rack was basically where they would actually tie your hands, and then stretch you until your arms and legs came out of their sockets. Terrible. I'm like this. What did that guy do to deserve that? He must have did something horrible to deserve that. Yeah, I can't even watch those videos that actually described ancient torture methods. I'm like this. I can't even watch those. Like I know some of them, and of course, my imagination goes into overdrive when I actually see videos of it, imagining it happening to me, so I end up turning off the video in disgust. Like, it's just a scary thing. Like, Your imagination can be your worst enemy when it comes to experiencing fear. Hey, LJS, thank you very much for being here, buddy. And you're a good friend, buddy. You have a good day. Nice talking to you. Alright, I need to go get more stone brick. See you, buddy. Better save the game. Make sure this... More stone brick is needed. Okay, guys, I think I can end it right here. I hope you guys have a good day. And I hope I inspired you guys to continue with your builds. See you guys next time. Episode 42 will be out sometime in this week, so keep an eye out for that one. See you guys.